So my name's Kim, and I'm like, I guess what you could call me is undead in a certain way. I'm just kind of like living life every day to like the fullest. I still have Starbucks and everything, so that's really cool. But yeah, I've gone through some real crap in my life, so I feel like I should just set the record straight here. So basically, you could call me a trust fund brat just like everybody else does. My dad was like super powerful, really, really rich guy, so that's why I have this huge house. As you can see behind me, there's just all this space, and I just like don't even know what to do with it. So I got some help in my house. Her name was Beatrice, and I don't really know what happened after that. We just kind of, I guess, lost touch, and I don't really know. So I'm just kind of here hanging out on Twitter, Instagram. I feel like I just live every day the same, which is kind of weird. So, okay. So another thing about me is that everyone basically calls me a witch, which is like a super annoying term, first of all, because I literally only have like one power. But because my dad was a witch and my mom was a witch, people automatically assume that I'm the same as both of them. But I'm pretty different, actually. So when I was in 5th grade, these girls were making fun of me because of how big my nose apparently is. And like I totes got a nose job in like 11th grade, so it's not a big deal anymore. But like they were really making fun of me. And then I saw that this girl had really, really weird feet. So you know what I did? I made her feet be 4 times the size that they normally were. So she had to walk around with these huge clown feet for the rest of 6th grade. How stupid is that?
My name is Beatrice. I'm 30 years old and I work as a maid here at Mill Creek Manor. Although I'm so much more than that. I do everything for these bitches. For these witches. I grew up as a single child in a family of extremely powerful witches, and I've just never quite met their standards. I guess you could say I'm just too normal. I went to Yale University. I double majored. I can speak 14 languages, and still, I'm not good enough for them. But fortunately, my uncle found me a job here. I think he felt that I could be useful here and still be close to the family. And you're probably wondering why I haven't used my degrees to maybe get a better career or a better life for me, but truth is, I was meant to be a witch. And I won't rest until I am the most powerful witch that this world has ever seen.
I'm Helga. Sexy name, right? I show up and leave others in awe. I was always the most powerful, popular, really. I remember the days when I was on the cheer panel. Varsity. You know the deal. But like, now I'm denied a freaking council chair? As if that'll last. I guess another thing about me would be my ability to spark up a positive conversation. Last thing I'd have to add is that I made up my own makeup line. Holla like Helga, because who doesn't want to look this fine?
I guess if you could like describe me in just like 3 words, the first word that I choose is that I'm like a super big like people person. Like I'm like the most friendly person you will literally ever meet in your entire life. Number 2 is that I'm an entrepreneur. I like had this great idea before my, I guess you would call it an unfortunate death, because I'm cursed forever. But anyway, I had this idea to open up like a tanning bar where you like serve champagne while people get their tan on so that everybody leaves all focused and happy. And then I would say like that I'm super fashion conscious. I would literally rather be caught dead than wearing a bad outfit or having a bad hair day. And I literally mean that literally.
Now, we have heard about Kim's witch powers. What are yours?
Well, I have the power of telekinesis, which means I can move things with my mind. I can also use my hands if I need to, move things across with just the wave of my hand.
Now, what are your witch powers?
My powers are the ability to read people's fears. I used to use it as a safe space for everybody, but I mean, if you've ever seen Harry Potter, like the Boggarts, I can make your real fears come to life. And because they're ganging up on me, honestly, they better be prepared.
Audience, please send your questions to our Twitter, @TheRealWitchesOfHollywood. What are your pet peeves?
Well, I mean, I don't want to like talk about myself because I feel like I like do that all the time. But like, I have some real dirt on Beatrice. Did you know that Beatrice literally has a pet peeve because she hates puppies, kittens, kids, everything cute in the entire universe. How freaking gross is that?
Oh, relax. It's not like I eat them for breakfast. Which, by the way, Kim, ever since you started that Taco Bell sponsorship, I have eaten more Taco Bell than ever in my life. So, you should be grateful.
These women were cursed to share the same body. The reason? We will get into the never publicized knowledge about their curse that even they don't know after this commercial break.
One of the great things about being undead is that I get to eat as much lactose as I want. So go to Taco Bell and try their Baja Blast and try their crunchy tacos. They are two of my favorite staple food items, and I literally never get gas from them, so it's really great. Yum.
How does your cursed existence affect your personal life?
Well, for starters, I can't wear what I want, and, being who I am, I really need to, dress the part. But the one thing that I really, I actually enjoy it, because it makes me feel like I actually have friends. I mean, they're always with me. Sure, they nag, or, they have their little quirks, but it's nice to have them around.
How does your cursed existence affect your personal life?
Well, it's definitely messed with my plans to become the most powerful witch in the world. But I've tried to stay positive through this whole ordeal. After all, the more focused I am, the sooner I can lift this curse and get rid of these two. Kim, all she wants to do is moisturize and eat smoothies. And Helga, she's the most disappointing of all. She's turned into some, emo chick. She thinks that she's hideous, but, Kim did that spell on her, so she's beautiful to everyone, but she still doesn't see herself the way everyone else does. It's sad. It's like being powerful doesn't mean anything to her.
So I guess the hardest part of having 3 people living inside the same body is pretty much my morning routine. So I usually wake up, moisturize, wash my face, all that good stuff, and then I'll put on my nails and everything because I have to look really fresh. But then all of a sudden one of them wants to get into the focus, and I'm like, can you get out of here please? Because I'm just trying to do the best me possible. So that just kind of interrupts the day-to-day, basis of everything. Second thing is that when you're on a date, it's really, really aggravating to have 3 people fighting over the guy's attention. If I'm trying to go on a date with Chris Pratt, I don't want you two being there also. He's my soulmate.
Helga, why are you a part of this?
So I have a confession to make. It's April Fool's Day, we're out by the pool, and Kim and Beatrice, they just won't stop bickering. So I wanted them to gain perspectives on each other's lifestyles, and I decided it would be, kind of a harmless prank to put them together and make them live their freaky little lives, but, one thing led to another, and, well, it was kind of permanent.
Everyone here is to blame to a certain extent. Helga wanted to teach them a lesson and show the others perspectives, but it turned into a forever curse. Beatrice killed Kim by putting poisonous chia seeds in her smoothie. So you mean to say that you are not mad at all that she poisoned you with your smoothie?
No, that's not even one of my top concerns with this. First of all, she'd been messing with my diet for weeks before that. And I'm still gonna talk about the Chris Pratt date thing because it still makes me really, really, really freaking pissed, right? The fact that she used chia seeds to poison me, I mean, I guess I'm pretty pissed about it, but you try being on the toilet for 2 days because of lactose intolerance and then tell me which one's worse.
The council catches wind of Helga's abuse of power and curses her to join them for eternity.
Okay, but obviously it wasn't a super harmless joke. I mean, have you ever seen the movie Freaky Friday? Because that stuff never works out. They totally swapped bodies and they never got to return until the end because it's a movie and there's happy endings and whatever. But what you did was so much worse than what anybody else possibly could have done because I'm stuck with that old person forever.
I'm not even that old. 30 years old is not old. It should be 30 years young. And it wasn't a harmless joke. I trusted you, Helga. I told you my plan. I told you that I wanted to be the most powerful witch in the world, and you ruined it. Now I have to share a body with Kim. And I'm forced to eat Taco Bell now.
So I'm like pretty shook right now by that very emotional thing that Beatrice just said, and it like makes me realize that maybe we should like gang up on Helga together, because she obviously is the one who cursed us to be a part of the same body. So what if we like turned against her? Wouldn't that be the ultimate plot twist?
Listening to what Kim had to say, it's gotten me to think too, and I want to be friends with her, and I love her idea about messing with Helga, and I think my powers will come in handy with that. So, Kim, I'm coming up with my plan now. Talk to you later.
So now that I'm thinking about it, actually, I could make her mole appear back on her face. Because remember how I was super nice and I decided to make her like super pretty again? Let's show the world how ugly she really is.
Oh my god. I'm hideous. My makeup will never cover this. What have they done?
Thank you so much for watching our television program, and be sure to tune in for our spin-off TV show, Summer in Paradise, where we put all of the witches on a beach.